Hey, what's up? So I just want to make this video talk about how my MEPS process went. Uh, so what happened was I left Sunday. It was in Amarillo, Amarillo, Texas. I left Sunday, got there Sunday. One tip, guys: if you will go to a hotel, and there's plenty of stuff to do there. You got the pool, you got the gym. One thing I do recommend is don't go swimming. You don't want to go swimming, man, especially if it smells like chlorine. I went swimming, and the next day, got up at 4 in the morning. Got ready, got something to eat. After we got something to eat, we waited on the bus, took the shuttle to MEPS, and once we got to MEPS, waited a little bit. Went through our physical. So when we went through the physical, the first thing I did was what was the first thing I did? I think the first thing I did was I couldn't use the restroom when I got there, so of course I couldn't do the drug test right away. That's another thing. Make sure you drink plenty of water before you go to MEPS, because it'll make it easier. Just get the drug test done, as soon as you get there. But yeah, so the first thing I did was the hearing, which another thing I recommend is if you got dirty ears. Unfortunately, my right ear was bad before I went, and good thing I went and bought me, it's called, I forgot what it's called. I think it was like Earwax RX. You buy it at Walmart, CVS. Cost about like $30 or something like that, but I honestly was worth it. Cleaned my ears out, and I swear after that, I swear that my right ear hearing got way better. But yeah, so the first thing I did was the hearing, which I passed. I was a little bit nervous about it because I did have a perforated eardrum a couple years back, but it healed good. Healed. The doctor saw, she took a look at my ears after I had told her, that I had a perforated eardrum a couple years back, which was another thing I was nervous to talk about because I didn't want it to be something else, that's going to keep me from going. But, I was just being honest with her, and, she cleared it and everything was good. But yeah, I passed the hearing test. After the hearing test was the eye test. And this is why I'm telling y'all, don't go swimming. Because the chlorine. I think honestly that next day I woke up, my eyes were kind of bloodshot red, from the chlorine. And so when I went to take my eye test, yeah, they have like three little things you gotta, 3 little seats and 3 little tests you gotta do, which basically the same thing you do, when you go and get your glasses, right? So I did that. And I swear when I put my chin to the machine, he asked me to open my eyes up wide. And I think every time I did that, my eyes was getting real dry and I had to blink. And I think that's, going to the pool is kind of what screwed me that next day. So my left eye was good. My right eye, I had trouble keeping it open. Just because it kept getting real dry, I had to keep blinking, and I think it kind of messed up. And another thing, it kept fogging up, the machine kept fogging up the lens where I was trying to look at. But yeah, don't go swimming, guys, because it's gonna mess you up, I promise. So after the optometrist, or the eye exam, I went to another room where I got my height and weight checked out. I knew going that I was borderline, on my waist, which my recruiter, he told me make sure you don't eat too much, and which is another reason why I wanted to go swimming, just to kind of get a little exercise in. I did hit the gym a little bit too, but yeah, I tried to not eat so much, and I try to sweat as much as I could. I try to do anything I can just to keep my weight down, basically. But you know, so he checked my waist, checked my height. uh, I was right there, you know. I passed that on this. I passed that, and after that, I went into this room with the doctor, and it was a female doctor, which she had to bring in a guy in there, you know, if because I was a guy, so I had to have a guy there, you know, to basically, you know, I don't know, be there, I guess, but yeah. So I had to do the duck walk, which was freaking hard. It was hard to stay balanced. So yeah, she did the duck walk. I did the duck walk. You know, I'm in new construction work, so my hands, you know, they were even worse than what they are right now. But I swear that day before, I was just cleaning them, guys. I was cleaning them, put a lot of lotion on. You know, I didn't want, you know, my hands to be another reason, you know, why, because I heard they were strict on, you know, if you had that thick skin or callus, or, you know, your nails not clean. So just make sure you get all that, you know, cleaned up and done before you go. But yeah, she checked my hands, you know, made me hop on one foot on the left, and then the same thing with the right. So you do have to get naked. They do check your butthole, and if you're a guy, they do check your testicles and all of that. But yeah, I passed that too. That I was good on my medical, other than my eye was the only reason that, you know, I do have to go back and take another eye exam. But like I said, once I go to the optometrist, do my eye exam, he'll give me some paperwork, send that in. Once that gets sent in, you know, I should be cleared by then, and then I do have to go back to Amarillo MEPS to pick my job, which I know what I'm going for. I made a, you know, an alright grade, so good enough to go for MP, which is what I'm choosing to go for. But yeah, once that happens, go and swear in, and hopefully get a, you know, a date on basic training. But that's all I'm waiting for now. So just, you know, take into consideration about everything that I told you. You know, I went in there knowing that I was probably gonna end up failing something anyway. Like, MEPS is strict, guys, really strict. But I was honest with them with everything that had happened. Oh, another thing was, I had a branding, you know, back when I was in high school about 13 years ago. So yeah, I am 29 and I am going into the military. But yeah, I had a branding, you know, that I did a while back, which was really stupid. But, you know, I had to let them know about it, which my recruiter, that was the one thing that we were, you know, iffy about, that was probably going to get disqualified. Because if you have a branding, guys, they will have to do like a psych evac, or psych, basically go see a psych, so that way they can, you know, make sure you're in the right mindset. Because when you have a branding, it's considered, you know, you like self-harmed yourself, or, you know, so they just got to make sure you're in the right mindset. But unfortunately, I was honest with her, gave her the story behind it, and, you know, I was cleared. But yeah, now I'm just waiting on that and see what happens after that. But just wanted to let y'all know what's going on, and do my little MEPS process. And I know a lot of people are nervous about it, but really wasn't nothing to be nervous about. I mean, I think the only thing about MEPS, man, is the process. That it took a long time. Like, I think we went in there about 6:30. I didn't leave till about 3 o'clock, and I think the process was probably about 3 hours. And then after they told me about my eye, you know, I got sent to this room and waiting on the shuttle to go back home. And I think that freaking took forever. Like, if I went in there about 6 and 9 and I didn't leave till 3, yeah, it's a couple hours that I had to wait for my shuttle just to go back home. But yeah, other than that, my MEPS process was pretty cool. So yeah.